You're 63 years old, you've worked 40 years, saved diligently in your 401k. Your balance hit $520,000 last year. You plan to retire at 65 with enough money to last until 90. The financial advisor said you were on track. Everything looked perfect. Then the market crashes in 6 months, your 401k drops to $270,000. You just lost $250,000, half your retirement savings evaporated. You're 2 years from retirement and suddenly you can't afford to retire. You have to keep working, but companies don't want to hire older workers. You're trapped in a nightmare where 30 years of sacrifice was destroyed in 6 months and there's nothing you can do to get it back. This exact scenario crushed millions of Americans. In 2008, the S&P 500 dropped 57% from October 2007 to March 2009. People planning to retire in 2008 or 2009 saw their retirement accounts cut in half. Some lost even more if they were heavily invested in financial stocks or real estate. Many of them never recovered. They either worked until they died or retired into poverty. The market eventually came back, but it took 5 years to recover, and those 5 years were retirement years. They couldn't get back. They were forced to sell at the bottom to pay for living expenses, locking in catastrophic losses they could never make up. Leave a comment below telling us where you're from and whether you have retirement money in the stock market. Are you worried about a crash destroying your savings? Also hit that subscribe button, because what I'm about to reveal about sequence of returns, risk will show you why market timing can destroy even the best retirement plans. Let me explain exactly why crashes are so devastating when they happen at the wrong time. Sequence of returns risk is the hidden killer of retirement plans. It means the order in which you experience investment returns matters more than the average return. If you get great returns early and bad returns late, you're fine. But if you get bad returns early, especially right before or after retirement, you're destroyed. Even if the market eventually recovers, here's why. When you're working and contributing to your 401k, a market crash is actually good for you. Because you're buying stocks at low prices with every paycheck, your contributions buy more shares when prices are down. When the market recovers, you profit from those cheap shares. But when you're retired and withdrawing money, everything reverses. A crash forces you to sell shares at low prices to pay living expenses. You're selling low instead of buying low. Every share you sell at the bottom is gone forever. You can't benefit when it recovers. The math is brutal, and most people don't understand it until it's too late. Imagine you retire with $500,000. You need to withdraw $30,000 per year to live. In a normal market, your portfolio grows enough to cover withdrawals. But if the market crashes 50% in year one, your $500,000 becomes $250,000. You still need $30,000 to live, so you withdraw it. Now you're down to $220,000. The market recovers 25% the next year, but 25% of $220,000 is only $55,000. You're at $275,000 after the recovery. You just withdrew another $30,000, so you're at $245,000. The market has to go up more than 100% just to get you back to where you started, and you're withdrawing money the whole time, making recovery impossible. Early retirees and people within 5 years of retirement are in the danger zone. If a major crash happens when you're 60 to 67, you're financially destroyed. You can't wait for recovery because you need income now. You're forced to sell at the bottom. Social Security doesn't start until you're 67 or 70, and it's not enough to live on anyway. You have no choice but to liquidate your 401k at catastrophic prices. This is why 2008 destroyed so many people. The crash hit right when baby boomers were starting to retire. Timing destroyed them, not their planning. They did everything right for 40 years, but the crash happened at exactly the wrong moment. The recovery doesn't save you if you're withdrawing money. From March 2009 to 2014, the market doubled. People who stayed invested fully recovered and even profited. But retirees who were selling shares to live never recovered because they sold at the bottom and missed the recovery. They crystallized their losses. This is the fatal difference between accumulation phase and distribution phase. During accumulation, crashes help you. During distribution, crashes destroy you. The same market event has opposite effects depending on your life stage. Most financial advisors tell you to shift to bonds as you approach retirement. The classic rule is your age in bonds, so at 65 you should be 65% bonds, 35% stocks. But bonds have their own problems with interest rates near zero for years. bond yields were pathetic. A 65% bond portfolio generates almost no income, and when inflation surges, bonds lose value fast. In 2022, bonds dropped nearly 20%, both stocks and bonds crashed simultaneously. The supposed safe allocation destroyed people. There's no safe place when everything crashes at once. Working longer seems like the obvious solution, but it's often impossible. By your 60s, your body breaks down, companies discriminate against older workers, industries change, and your skills become obsolete. You might want to work, but nobody will hire you, or your health fails. The statistics show most people can't work past 70, even if they want to. Your plan to just work a few more years to recover from the crash hits reality, and reality wins. You're forced into retirement, whether you're financially ready or not. The psychological devastation destroys people. You spent 40 years building retirement savings. You sacrificed vacations and luxuries to save for the future. You did everything right. Then a market crash erased half of it through no fault of your own. The sense of injustice and helplessness breaks people. Depression rates among older adults who lost retirement savings in crashes are staggering. Some never recover psychologically. They worked their entire lives for security, and it was taken away by forces beyond their control in just a few months. This is the human cost of market crashes that statistics don't capture. If this video showed you the devastating impact of market crashes on retirement timing, leave a comment below telling us where you're from and what you think about sequence of returns. Risk, how are you protecting yourself from this? Share this with anyone approaching retirement who needs to understand this danger, and hit subscribe so you see the next financial warning before it's too late, because market crashes are inevitable and timing is everything.